Hi there, it's 5:30 in the morning and I'm getting up to go into London to be on BBC Breakfast this morning. They rang me late last night to say there was a new factory in the news. Would you believe it, Ryanair, the low-cost budget airline, has decided that they are going to have a fat tax on people who are obese. Basically, they are going to charge extra to obese passengers. And they reckon that's probably any woman over 15 stone and every man over 20 stone. They're going to be asked if they would pay extra or pay for another seat or something like that. They say that 1 in 3 of their passengers says that's fine and they think that's a good idea. Well, I say that means 2 in 3 passengers are going to be mortally offended by this. And just how are they going to make this work? I mean, are they going to weigh you as you check in? As you check in your luggage, they'll weigh your luggage and then you. Are they going to bring out a tape measure as you check in and check your waist measurement? Or, as some say, it's going to actually happen when you sit down in your seat. And if you are actually going to be touching each armrest, each side of you, then you will be considered too fat for that seat and you'll be asked to pay more. What happens if the airliner is full? I just can't think how they're going to make it work without being deeply offensive. And it's also not very helpful. It implies, doesn't it, that if we bully fat people enough, if we make them feel awkward enough, they'll do something about their weight, as though it's just as simple as that. I'd love to hear what you think about this. Right now, though, I'm off to the BBC to debate it. So, well ahead of the rush hour, it's off to Television Centre in London. Nice to see a friendly face in the green room talking this morning about how we've all got to plant more orchards with good old British apples. Celebrity chef Raymond Blanc. Well, that was quite an interesting debate. The travel expert Simon Calder says this is no joke. If you go to the Ryanair website, it almost looks as though they're just doing a little consultative procedure and it's all meant to be fun. But he says it's no joke. It is going to happen. Nobody quite understands how it's going to happen. He thinks it's actually going to be when you're on the aeroplane and when you sit down and literally you are too big to get into the seat comfortably, then the stewardess is going to have to come up to you and say, "Excuse me, either you pay for an extra seat or something else has to happen," which I think is going to cause humiliation and embarrassment, actually both for the stewardess and for the passenger. And then what happens if the passenger gets a bit upset about it? I can see all sorts of problems. What's worse is it's going to give rise to further prejudice, more unkindness towards people who are trying to battle their weight, as if life wasn't hard enough already. So I think we ought to start some sort of an e-petition or some sort of protest about it. Go to our news section here on the website and you'll be able to see the news story about it and submit your feelings. Let me know what your thoughts are and we will petition Ryanair. We will actually have our say about this because we can't allow it to happen. It's prejudice of the worst sort and it's not going to actually help either the airline or its passengers. But let me know what you think.